In this video we unbox this box. Check it out. Yeah, so let's have a look underneath this box. Yeah, Maverick Quantum PLUS XT Flux. That's it. This one. Yeah, pretty cool. We'll look a bit of the basics. It still does come with the MTX 244, same as on the previous Quantum, both Flux and normal, and also on the Phantom XT from Maverick. It comes with a quick start guide, probably got some part stuff in here, yeah, something like that. Cooling flange, it needs to go on the motor if you're going to be running 3S, and that's pretty much all that's in the box. It doesn't even have tools. Yeah, it's got this little antenna tube. It's actually pretty important to keep that receiver box sealed. But let's get that body off and we'll have a look at more of the details. Stay tuned. Alright, there it is, all naked. Let's start talking through these details. Alright, so right here, the FLX10 100 amp ESC. If you ask me, it's very similar to the Hobbywing Max 10 SCT, which is a 120 amp, so I reckon they've just rated it down a bit, but it keeps it safe, so it's fair. Looks good, but it's also a very proven product. Shouldn't be any issues. Comes with a T connector, which is good. I like that, makes it easy. Proper fan, proper connector, and you can program these with just a little power and setup button here. We're moving on to the motor. Maverick RC. I got a bit of a light problem here with the reflections. They're running a 12-tooth pinion, which is pretty good. Got a little bit of text here. Flux FLX10 3665 3100 kV. It's a big can. It's gonna be a bit of torque in that. And as we're here in the middle of the driveline, you can also see that this vehicle has a center differential. I don't know too much about that. I've tried to find some information, but it didn't really say much. Moving on, we've got these center braces. I reckon they're going to be a bit on the weak side, but we'll see how we go. And next up, we've got this little servo. I think it's a 9 kilo servo, something like that. That might need to be upgraded. But in the end, gonna give it a try and we'll see. We've got the little receiver box over here. This is a water resistant receiver box. Also requires that you put that little lid on the antenna to protect this. And with that little receiver in there comes together with the MTX 244, 2.4 gigahertz radio system. Got the basic adjustments. You've got high and low EPA for throttle channel, and you've got normal and reverse for steering, and then you have dual rate for where you can set dual rate for steering. I believe you got channel 1 trim, channel 2 trim. They do the work. Like, I've run these a fair few times now, so I'm pretty happy with them. Alright, next up would be the shocks. These look very much like the ones on the previous Quantums, but I'm gonna have a guess and say they might have beefed them up a little bit, or they're a bit taller. They bounce well, and they definitely like reply a bit different, or sorry, rebound a bit different to the previous Quantum. Yeah, except for that, you've got the pillow ball suspension, HD drive shafts from the factory, and it's got these arms. I'm just worried if it's the same as on the previous Quantum, because the previous Quantum didn't have a good luck with the arms or the shock shafts, which I have covered in the previous videos on the Quantum. I'll leave a link up there for that. Otherwise, I don't know if it's that much to talk about. It's a bit different because this one does not have a wheelie bar, and the wing is a bit different. It looks good. I'm happy with the looks of the car. I'm really excited to get to take this out soon. Also got these 3.2 threads. These are a little bit bigger, so 3.2 instead of 2.8, so it's previously. But they come with a bit of an issue. These ones are 14mm hexes, which is not great if you want to be able to replace the tires. And then, of course, you can just swap over to some 12mm hexes, probably from the other Quantum even. Because they're a bit funny, Maverick, that way. They're running M5 axles. But yeah, so 3.2 inch new thread dimension, I don't know, thread pattern. Threads is their brand. That's pretty good. Otherwise, I just, yeah, they've said that you need to, let's have a look at that whilst we're talking a bit. So they said that we need to run 2 to 3 cell LiPo with at least a 30C rating and a 4000 milliamp hour rating. It's a little bit bigger. Instead of 285, it's 325 wheelbase. It's 365 versus 355 wide. I don't know about the other measurements. It's 505 long, 175 high. It's not that much of a deal. In the end, I can't really say much more until I've taken it out. But it's an awesome truck. I really like the look of this. So it's going to be really interesting to get to take this out. So hopefully this week I get a chance to take it out and bash it. Alright, so one last thing that I wanted to address in this video. So I see a lot of talk, both on YouTube and on forums and stuff, about HPI being dead. So in 2019, Vestergaard Group acquired HPI Racing, and they've been since then working on creating a steady supply line, both developing the Maverick and HPI brands. I do believe that the HPI brand is a bit more heavy on the development. Basically, they're not releasing a lot of new cars until they can create a steady supply line. That's at least what it looks like. With the Mavericks, I think like we see a lot of complaints about the supplies, but they've sold so many cars and the spare parts, like, they just can't keep up. It's pretty fair. These, like, the Mavericks have been flying off the shelves all year, and things break. It's RC cars. It's hobby grade level things. They did come out with upgrades, so you got the HD options listed below, and yeah, give them a chance. Don't say that they're dead, because I think they're working hard for it. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe, push like if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Anyway, stay safe.